Page 392. Oh, it is the Christchurch Youth Council and Youth Voice Canterbury submission.
Kia ora everyone, I'm Taylor from Youth Voice Canterbury. I would like to take this chance to speak about youth-friendly places and spaces, but first of all I'd like to introduce not the Christchurch Youth Council but Māori rangatahi from Aranui High School who would like to speak to their submission. They arrived a little bit late, but we were told before we came in that we could have a little bit longer so that we could go one after another. But we're two separate groups. These guys will take a bit more than 5 minutes, and I'd just like some time at the end if that's okay.
Yep, far away.
So you've got a video as well.
What's the submission? Yeah. Can we have a submission number, please?
Hey? I said page 392.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, sorry. I got 2 of these by accident. Were you missing one?
Mayor Leanne Dalzell, tēnā koe, Deputy Mayor and Chief Executive, Councillors, tēnā koutou katoa, kia ora koutou katoa. My name is Amy Chantal and I'm the Youth MP for Te Tai Tonga on behalf of Reno Tirikatini. And with me today I've brought Bella, Anne-Marie, Caleb and Philip. And we'd also like to acknowledge another youth that wasn't able to attend with us, who was going to stand with us today. Her name is Justice Aranga Pryor. Also, we have brought our queer koka Alamein Kono from our community as well. We're in the process of starting a Māori Youth Voice today, but today we're standing in front of you as friends, as youth of Christchurch, and as young Māori people hoping to make a difference. I also would like to thank Glenn and Yanni for supporting us in presenting today.
There are 2,491 young people aged 15 to 24 in the east side. We have a short movie of what life is like on the east side from a young person perspective.
Papa ururui, te arara o tangaroa. like this type of image stunts the way employees look at us when we say we're from Aranui. We have come up with a safe youth space idea where it enables the youth to be themselves without having to feel judged. The safe youth space would be 2 stories and would have a services circle where we would ask local and non-local services such as He Wakatapu, Te Oraho, Kit McGrath and many other services to come and give assistance to the kids who feel like they need extra outside of home help. These services will also help them get into a workspace easier.
As well as having those types of services, we would like to see a lot of fun producing services like an arcade or an outdoor skate park, an outdoor pool, a place to chill, and a music and talent studio, an auditorium, a commercial kitchen and an indoor sports centre where you can hold local events, sport events, kapaka events. It would have a retractable stage so you are able to use it for more than one thing.
We also thought of a whānau area. We would have half of the first floor child friendly. This will bring the community together. Another idea that would bring our community together is having a graffiti wall in front of our building where you can freely tag for a month, and once that month is up we take a photo and then paint over it again to start again.
There's a great spacious building that has a massive car park and is up for grabs now. On the corner of Pages and Breezes, the abandoned New World building has been out of use for many, many years. With the help of you fellow councillors, we can turn that building into a safe youth space. We feel that having this space for our youth would improve our youth in many ways. Thank you for all listening.
We hope you can help us with this and to get this project off the ground to improve our community as a whole. Kia ora.
I'd just like to chuck in there, that building is up for deadline sale, June the 15th, 1 p.m. Thank you.
Would you like to ask questions now or after?
I don't know that we're going to have a lot of time, so carry on.
Okay. I'll be really quick. So last Tuesday we organised a youth powwow. Oh, I'll change. Thanks for your time. So last Tuesday we organised a youth powwow, which many of you guys came to, and we discussed those 4 priority areas around fixing the east, communities most affected by the earthquakes, people feeling safe and involved in council facilities and stuff. And apart from the idea about having an innovation fund, which was a super awesome idea that I hope you do, a key theme that came through these discussions was the need for youth-friendly places and spaces. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about, from a youth perspective, what that looks like and why it's important. And first, I guess I just wanted to ask you to think back to when you were young, or younger than you are now, and think about what were the contributing factors that made you want to go to a certain place or space, or what made you not want to go somewhere. And we asked young people what that meant. And we've designed this youth relevant design card, which is, been developed by young people with young people. And I was going to go through it, but I mean, you've got it in front of you, you can look at it. And for a place to be relevant to young people, it needs to be safe, appealing, accessible, resource and youth friendly. And Youth Voice Canterbury would like to see a Christchurch City Council that prioritises making Christchurch a place where young people feel like they belong, with facilities, places and spaces that are safe, appealing, accessible, resource and youth friendly. So one way I'd suggest doing that is, it would be really cool if Christchurch City Council gave a youth relevant design card to their project managers to consider when making a place that young people are going to use, and this isn't just buildings, this is the places in between as well, how that can be made a place where young people feel like they belong and not judged, kind of like these guys are talking about. And here, in partnership with this tool, is the Youth Friendly Places and Spaces audit, where teams of young people can go into a place that a lot of young people use, they can audit how youth friendly it is, and then feed recommendations back to whoever controls that space. And it lives in draft form so that it can be edited to whatever place, and we hope that it could be even used on plans as well, so that young people can be involved in the development of a place before it's even built, rather than making recommendations afterwards. I'll just leave it there.
Right. Okay. Look, thank you very much. And you've got you've given us that youth relevant design, which is incredibly helpful, and you did that the other night as well. And thank you for being part of organising that. That was an extraordinary effort. I think you produced more people than the earlier daytime engagement in less than 24 hours. So we're going to get you to organise more of those. And as you said the other night, it's not just for the annual plan. We want to do that much more frequently for a whole lot of other reasons.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Taylor.
Right.
Rob Eaton and Roger Allen. Oh, they're not. They've been right. Okay. Jocelyn Silcock. I don't know. Garth Wilson and Kay and Calvin Page are all from the Central Riccarton Residents Association. Do you all want to come up together? Yep. Thank you. 679. 679.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Good afternoon. Part of our group has left because we've been here for more than 2 hours already, but firstly, Madam Mayor, we'd like to invite you to come on a walk, a 30-minute walk through Central Riccarton in the next 10 days, late in the afternoon, maybe at a time when Councillor Chen is also available because he's been working very closely with our group. We've invited Ms Richardson to come at the same time. We've had Mr John Higgins come to a neighbourhood meeting along the same lines because we just want you to become aware of how different Central Riccarton is now from what it was before 2013. Because more than 50% of the population now is what we refer to as of Asian ethnicity, and the population is very young in age. Over 50% is younger than 24 years old. Some people had the idea that Central Riccarton was all retired people, but only 10% of the population is aged 60 or older. So there have been big changes in our area, and we've been spending the last 3 years trying to retain facilities, not to get any more facilities, but to retain them. And this is a key matter. So I just want to mention a few things before the others speak. Firstly, if I could just refer to something that we think is trivial in magnitude, but is important to business people and residents, and that is the footpaths. Now, as you know, Madam Mayor, Central Riccarton is the commercial heart of Christchurch now, and could well be for many, many years to come. We've got the second largest mall in New Zealand there. You've also got the biggest rate-paying area in Christchurch there. The biggest rate-paying tenant, biggest ratepayer, the Westfield, and you've also got such intensification of housing. And we're just asking that the footpaths be cleaned at least once a week, and that the urine and the coke and the shakes and all these other things that are deposited in the Riccarton Strip footpaths cleaned off at least once a week. So we make our submission to the community board, and the response they get from the staff is, oh, it would be inconvenient to do this. We're not wanting it done in daytime. Like every other city, these footpaths would be cleaned at night, surely. Look, is this a matter of convenience, or are the staff trying to save some money? But really, when you have a look at the footpaths, and people pay rates for this. Secondly, we've been asking for more than 3 years for a simple children's swing and slide in the only reserve we have in Central Riccarton. The facilities for children under the age of 10 are non-existent in the little park. And because there are so many parents with young children, they want to be able to walk the children to the park. So please, a simple slide and a simple swing. We don't want the gold-plated ones. Next thing, as you may be aware, there's no right-hand turning signals. We've been trying for more than 4 years to get right-hand turning signals from Riccarton Road into Straven Road and from Riccarton Road into Clarence Street, because 2 buses turn right into Clarence Street from Riccarton Road. And we get this theory about, oh, we've got to look at it 20 years' time. None of us know what the city's going to be like in 20 years' time. Please, you know, I remember when Councillor Goff had to intervene here and get a council decision to get a right-hand turning signal into the central city. Surely, you know, will you councillors please do something about this? And hey, you know, we know you're short of rates, money, but we've got so many absentee landlords operating in our area, some of them with up to 16 properties, and they're paying residential rates, whereas firms that are running their business out of a house are paying business rates. And we feel that there should be equity here, and these people that are drawing thousands of dollars a week in income from these tenancies should be paying business rates. And it's not difficult, because they're giving the same address for the rate demands to be sent to. Red flags should be coming up on the computer. Oh, why are there so many rate demands going to one address? Okay, so those are 4 of the things. Now,
And I have got 10 seconds left, Madam Mayor, to speak about, I'm here in support of the discussion point, providing library-related services in the community space at our community centre. This is my 12th year of living in Riccarton, and I love the fact I'm able to walk to Hagley Park, the Botanic Gardens, the Restart Mall, and I used to actually walk into the Central Library before it got moved a bit further away after the earthquake. Currently, I now have to drive to the libraries, and libraries are important as a literate society. It's more open to ideas, and Riccarton is really multicultural. A library is a meeting place for all cultures. We want to recognise and value the cultural diversity, and a library is a facility that can be used by all community members. I recognise young people may use online facilities, but physical books are still important. Think of the pop-up libraries that appeared after the earthquake. The Fridge Library in Manchester Street is still in place. With the new zoning, we've got intensified housing in my area, and you're increasing our population, but you're reducing the facilities available, including parking for residents. If I'm new to an area, a library provides a point of contact. New immigrants need a place to meet with resources in their own language. It is commendable that the volunteers managed to sustain the library in our Clarence Street Community Centre for so long. To support a multicultural resource, the council must include library-related services in our community centre. Every Vietnamese, every Mandarin-speaking person who responded to our survey wanted library services. 95% of the remaining survey respondents wanted library services as well. So we're here to, although the recommendation for the library options doesn't actually support it, we'd really like to see library services retained. Right, thank you.
the survey forms are here if anybody...
If you, rather than take the survey forms, is there a chance of just having a summary of the questions and the numbers who responded to each one?
Yes.
Yep.
All but 2 of our membership database responded to our survey.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. No, we've not got time for questions, but thank you very much.